Welcome to the channel, and today we're working on hip mobility. Let's get ready. For our first exercise, we're going to be doing a 90 by 90 hip rotation. So you're going to start off with your hands behind your back or just next to your hips, and then your feet flat on the ground, and then we're going to drop our knees either to the left or the right side depending on where you start. So try to have a fluid motion, and then keep your torso facing forward as you rotate side to side. So this movement helps with loosening up your hips and making them more mobile. Okay, so now we're going to switch it up and focus on one side at a time. So it's going to be more of a unilateral hip rotation, and then we're focusing on 4 reps on each side. Okay, so we're now progressing to doing the hip rotation with no hands. So use this version, which is a regress version, if you're not able to do the advanced hip rotation that we're going to be doing next. Perfect. So what you're going to do, you're going to put your hands forward, and then same thing, you're going to drop sideways, and then you try to push up, and then you push again backwards using your hips first, and then you switch to the other side. So when you're doing this movement, you don't have to rush. So take your time and focus on soft landing and focus on rotating those hips from side to side. Perfect. So let's move on to the next exercise. So this one we're actually going to be holding. So it's an isometric exercise. So basically the one of your knee is going to be facing laterally, then the other one is facing downwards. Push your glutes forward, stay upright, and then drive sideways. That's where you're going to get in the stretch, and then you're going to hold. One more thing, if you're noticing in this position, when you drive sideways, then your heel is coming off the ground. That means you just have to adjust your foot placement, because when you're driving through, ideally what you want is to keep your foot flat on the ground. Perfect. We're going to switch to our next exercise. Okay, so we're going to be doing a child's pose, and we'll be rocking at the same time. So what you're going to do, spread your knees as wide as possible, and then you just drop your chest forward. And then from there, what you want to do is push backwards or until where your body allows you to stop. And then from there, hold the position there. 20 seconds are going to be on the timer. And then ideally what you're going to be doing is rocking back and forth each time until the time runs out. 5 seconds left, almost there. Perfect. So we're now left with one more exercise. The one which is coming up is called the hip airplane. So what you're going to be using is either a bench, chair, or wall for support. Okay, so in terms of doing this movement, use your hips to internally rotate, which is coming in, and open up with your hips again. So it's all in the hips. So in and out using your hips, and then obviously you match the other side. And the leg that's on the ground, so slightly bend the knee, so don't keep it straight, slightly bend the knee so you can also engage those glutes as you do this movement. Well done, and that's it for today. Check you on the next one, and stay true to your passion.